Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. He's Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. Adventures with Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. He's Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. Adventures with Joe, Joe, Joe. Adventures with Joe.
With Joe. I'm Joe, and this is the show where you can go on adventures with me, even if you don't like to go on actual adventures. So last week we were undecided about what we were going to do today, and thinking about it, yes. So, I'm a climber, and I like to climb dry rocks. And rocks are a little bit wet today. It's been raining the last day or so, and there's only one thing to do on a day when it's raining. That makes a perfect river day. So we're gonna go on some urban rafting today. And before we go out, we are gonna gather up some gear, some different safety equipment, still take that very seriously. But what I want you to know is that I'm a climbing guide. I'm not an actual river guide. So I'm going to do my best to simulate what I've seen and experienced on some of our YD Adventures river trips. And we'll bring you along for the ride. So let's go. So we've got our rafts filled up here. This is what I own. So we've got the stay-at-home rafts. We've got our PFDs, and we're gonna have a few more pieces of gear that we will use shortly. Here are those paddles. The gear that we've got is footwear. In this particular case, this is probably the most river thing I own. It's the official NRS Chacos. They're all dirty, you know, and I'm pretty comfortable in the Crocs today, so I think I'm gonna go with the Jeremy Bucher method. Hey Hans, show everybody your new Crocs. Look at those. Ready to go? Well, Hans, these are paddles. This little 7-oar raft over here I've actually had since I was in 8th grade. And so these are kind of old. I don't know if they're going to work for land rafting today. However, these are trekking poles or ski poles. These are probably going to work much better for land rafting. So the first thing we're gonna try out is we got our river tube here, and we're gonna take it down our yellow colored river. No coincidence there. The first thing we gotta do though, Hans, is of course put on our PFDs, our required equipment. So let's go ahead and get those on. Okay. See how this goes. We've got a river. It's looking pretty good. Got pretty good flow, and got the tube. It's sort of sunk, and we'll see how this goes. Yep. No. Hans, where are you, man?
Right here.
I need some additional force here.
Okay.
Heavy? All right. That didn't really work. The method. Better. Okay, so do you remember your river safety position? Okay, remember, feet downhill, keep your knees slightly bent, downriver, and you want to make sure you keep your head up looking where you want to go, okay? Kind of watching out for objects, have your hands out in front of you too, yeah, you'll float because of your life jacket. But we're not going to come out of the boat, right? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get in. There you go. All right. Yeah, why don't you sit up on this side?
Like this?
Yeah, or this side here. There you go. Now, can you paddle? Okay, good. Alright. Cool. Alright, so here we are. Going. That's not working at all. Alright, so we're gonna move you along here. Let's push off. Maybe that'll help. Oh, there we go. Alright. And there we go. Alright. Oh yeah. So we're approaching some rapids there. Alright. Look out. Oh, whoa. High side. Did I tell you about high side?
No.
Okay, high side, you get up on the high side of the raft. Okay? Alright, and go ahead, hard, paddle right. Alright. And, alright, back paddle, right. Alright. Okay. And, oh, guys, watch out for that rapid. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, high side. Get over here. Ah! Alright, good times, good times. Alright. Nice day to paddle. A little wet, but we're gonna get wet anyway. Alright, so alright, paddle left. There you go. Forward left, alright. Back right. Alright, and alright, we got a rapid coming up here. So watch yourself in this rapid. Alright, here it is. Coming up. Oh! Oh, wow! Oh! Oh! Oh, high side! High side, high side, high side! That was fun. All right. That was fun. Good. All right. Stand left. All right. Well, Hans, how was land rafting?
Good.
Yeah, it was an experience, that's for sure. I had fun. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a little grass right there on your chin. All right. Okay, so anything that we learned?
Safety. Learn some safety.
Doing some safety thing. What's one thing you always want to have with you when you are in a raft or on the water?
Life jacket.
All right, PFD, very good. Okay, and we also learned that these trekking poles work a little bit better than the plastic paddles from the 1980s. All right, so what's on the agenda for Adventures with Joe next week?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, we've talked about a couple of things. I think we might set up a rappel and do a little bit of urban rappelling. Yeah. So we probably won't do any urban climbing next week, but we'll do some rappelling. And we'll see you next week on Adventures with Joe right here at 2 o'clock on Friday. Did you look on the neighbor's face?
No.
Yeah.